as I was pulling. Okay, let me start over. So the Magician came out in the recorded reading I just did, and as I was pulling, it really was a strong energy that wanted to come through. So I decided to come pop on live here and do a little live reading with whatever this Magician energy is that needs to be heard. And as I'm recording it, I had all this feedback. It was like my voice was being dubbed over my own voice. So I think there's definitely a message in that. Voice came through in the recorded reading I just did, which I'm about to upload after this, but something about your voice being stepped over, or your voice not being heard properly, has really come through. Also, like somebody stepping over your voice, somebody stepping over your truth. That was so weird. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are doing an energetic kind of body read on this Magician energy. So Magician being in the heart space, Ace of Swords at the head space. We have Four of Swords over here in your receptive energy. Let's see what we have over here in your protective, dominant energy. With this Magician, Page of Wands. Huh. Okay. And what do we have here in the grounded energy for this Magician? The Star. Well, I love that for a grounded energy. Interesting. So the Magician card came out in the last reading, but it was mirroring another card that was sort of this grandmother type energy. And the grandmother energy was very rooted in this earthly realm, whereas this Magi energy, this Magician, very rooted in the esoteric, very ancestral, spiritual energy coming through in the heart space. So in the Ace of Swords, we have in this headspace is this new beginning, this new idea, harnessing new thoughts, seeing the sky as no limitation, having the ability to build this. I'm hearing colony, build this new community, whatever it may be for you, knowing that you have zero limitations on what it is that you are trying to build. Hi, thanks for being here, guys. This is Scales of the Soul, by the way, so appreciate you guys all showing up. On your left-hand side here, hi Black Paw, hi Ariana, hi everybody, thanks for showing up, guys. On your receptive side over here, with the Magician, we have the Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is about self-nurturing. It's about kind of taking that sort of rest period almost. It's interesting because this one, it's like he's got this sword happening here, but with this rose blooming from it. So this growth of no longer being restricted by any sort of thought patterns, old ideas, things that no longer serve you in your highest good. Blossoming from this heart space, this emotional space, balancing that heart space. It's interesting too, because he's like literally he's bread. He's basically being served on this platter right here. So, taking your, wow, I just realized he's bread. That's so interesting. Maybe for some of y'all, you need to really just enjoy your bread, get that sourdough starter going. But in other terms, I feel like it's kind of like your energetic body is a nourishment to other people. Your ideas, your heart space are a nourishment to other people in their lives. So sharing your truth, your honest body, mind, spirit. Then we have on your right-hand side, we have the Page of Wands. So a new beginning and taking action in the fiery aspects of self, painting with wild abandon, allowing yourself this space of harnessing like whatever reality it is that you want to call forward. Yeah, this is an interesting one too. Page of Wands is a very kind of like youthful sort of energy in a way. So tapping into, you know, your childlike energy. The Magician here really wants you to, I'm hearing this like intrinsic connection between your higher self and your inner child. So tapping into those realms, marrying those energies together, knowing that you have this higher team that is guiding you, that is directing you along your path to where you are meant to be. But then we also have this sort of childlike energy that needs to be released. This untapped mind, this untapped potential, that really is just asking to be expressed, asking to be painted, asking to be put on a canvas or visualized and brought into your reality. And then in our grounded energy here, we have the star. And the star is quite literally the star of the show. We have the Merkaba symbol here, which is a representation of the chariot, but it's also, Merkaba, I believe, breaks down to light, body, and spirit. The actual word, I believe, in, I forget what language, but I believe it breaks down, Merkaba breaks down to light, body, and spirit. So having that intertwined energy of marrying all three of those together, being that light body, harnessing those higher realms, bringing them down into this reality. It's interesting too, because this one as well, down here, the black and white sort of river, this contrast of energies, always sort of reminds me of the chariot, and Merkaba literally means that. I'm reading the questions right now. Heal my inner child. Yeah, definitely. And by healing the inner child, that just means tapping back into those parts of self that, you know, as an adult or as a grown being, those parts of you that felt like maybe they weren't nurtured in the proper way, or they weren't seen or heard in the proper way. That's what healing the inner child and tapping into that inner child essence needs to be nurtured, needs to be seen. So, you know, doing the things that brought you joy as a child, whether that was like finger painting or rollerblading, roller skating, getting outside, playing, like not forgetting how to play, not forgetting how to just enjoy life and the simple things of the simple aspects of it. So let's get some clarifiers on this. I want to know what this Four of Swords is here. Well, we got a bunch. Behind the veil. Welcome uncertainty as an opportunity for growth and be okay with not knowing. Yeah, some of us need to just surrender. Surrender to the unknown. That's what this sort of magician energy is really showing up strongly here, is surrendering to the unknown. Allowing the beauty of the unknown to unfold as it shall for you. Behind the veil, you know, the veil between this physical realm and the realm beyond us, that there's technically a veil as people in the spiritual community like to perceive it, but there really isn't. We have access to all other dimensions. It's just whether or not we're choosing to show up and actually perceive them and connect to them and have that commitment to building those relationships and that rapport with your spiritual team, with your ancestors, with your angels. Yeah, wise counsel. Well, there we go. Seeking guidance from trusted friends or mentors helping you along the way. Those light bulbs really standing out to me. But wise counsel, you know, like your spiritual counsel, your spiritual team. Listening to them, gathering guidance from them. But more importantly as well, you know, like your earth angels, your best friends, your co-creators, tapping back in and really trusting that they are there to help support you on this earth walk, this journey. Knowing that they are there as a source to help guide you as well, to help support you on your next adventures. Getting better. Growth is a journey, not a destination. Welcome improvements one step at a time. Yeah. You know, the path is not a straight line. There's many curves of being shown like the nervous system or like the root system of trees. The path is ever intertwining, our past may come back into our present, and our future may have like glimpses of premonitions, but our path is always a journey. Like, it's not a straight line. There's no one singular directive to where you're meant to be. So trusting that the path and the intertwined turns are always going to lead you back into that alignment in which you need to be meeting your highest good, to be meeting your highest potential, to harness opportunity for growth. Root systems and branches were a very prevalent message in the reading that I just recorded. So, your root system is, again, it's like that's what's buried under the ground. That's kind of what has given you the strength to grow so strong, to have the wisdom. Your past is an opportunity to grow from that, grow from lessons, to evolve. That is kind of your root system. Your root system is what keeps you interconnected, but it's down below the surface. Nobody needs to really necessarily see those parts of you. Your growth in the present is the trunk of the tree, and your future is all the branches that you are choosing to allow to grow out, to connect to other people. Branches were a very, very strong one, and the branches I was really getting were like the energetic body, reaching outward and connecting to the higher divine source. Whatever you may believe in, whether that's, God, spirit, whatever it may be, just having the ability to reach out to the higher sources. Talked a lot about the heart space as well. Our heart is an electromagnetic field. This is scientifically proven. It can reach 3 to 6 feet outside of our energetic body. So people literally feel you on a cellular level when you are standing in your truth in your heart space. Let's see what just popped out here. We have Knight of Cups, 5 of Cups, and 5 of Swords. Wow, okay. So, Knight of Cups. The Knights are messengers. This is a moving forward on the emotional front, because then we also have the 5 of Cups and the 5 of Swords on either side, kind of balancing that out. And 5 is the number of change. So balancing your thought, your mind, your beliefs with your emotional body and your emotional beliefs. Having a different perspective, having the ability to look at things from an objective standpoint rather than a subjective standpoint. This Knight of Cups is coming in with a quickness, with a download from the divine, from your magical team, from your ancestors, your spirits, whatever it is, again, that you believe in. Take it how it resonates. But the Knight of Cups is coming. Are we back on? Did it reconnect? There we go. I just got kicked off twice. Yeah, Mercury is really in retrograde. This kind of goes back to the voice thing. So I started this live. I don't know how long some of you have been on, but I started this live, and then I was getting feedback of my own voice. It was really weird. And so, like, as I was speaking, it was this sort of echoing of my voice. And I think that there's definitely a message in that. In that choosing your words wisely, choosing to use your voice for good, choosing to use your voice to help change others' perspectives, perhaps, or help influence people in positive ways. Because this kind of going around full circle is like the thoughts that we plant in our mind, the subconscious thought, that voice in our head, those are the seeds that we plant in our mind, right? And then those seeds become your voice, and your voice becomes your reality. And you can either use your voice for good and help influence people, or you can use it as a sword to literally cut people. So the choice is yours, how you choose to, how you choose to show up, how you choose to use that voice as a powerful directive or as a hurtful one. I don't know. There's a very strong message about voices in the reading that I just recorded as well. So for some of you, even, using your voice as a what is the word I'm looking for? Using your voice basically just as power. Like, if you are a singer potentially, or maybe you are somebody that is an influential speaker, perhaps you're meant to do sort of voiceovers, or you're even just meant to use your voice to spread a type of message, a powerful message to others. Let's see. Russia is bread, Georgia is wine. I'm just reading one of these comments. I love it. Okay. Let's get a couple more tarot on this. If you guys haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe if this resonates. These readings tonight have kind of just been like such a wild wind, all over the place. A lot of different, I don't know, I'm getting a lot of different cross energies, so it's probably reaching a lot of different people. A lot of weird random messages that I don't usually get, so they're a little all over the place, so bear with me. Take what resonates for you, leave behind what does not. What just fell to the floor? We have 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so now we got all 5s here. 5 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. A lot of change. A lot of change in perspective. A lot of change in just perspective overall. Perspective in your thoughts, perspective in what you place value on, what your material world is about, and perspective on your emotions. Choosing to change, choosing to turn that wheel forward. This is kind of what comes after a tower moment or death and rebirth. This is like the next phase for you. Got Mercury, Taurus. Not being stubborn. Not being stubborn in forward motion or in choosing to change your perspective. Sometimes we are meant to hear other people's influence. You know, sometimes we get so stuck on our own ideals or our own belief systems that it's hard to break from that, but sometimes other people's perspectives open us up to a whole different degree of experience. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Let's get 2 more, and then I'm going to close this one out. We have King of Swords. King of Swords came out in the last one as well. Yeah, Prince of the Chariot of the Winds. Moving forward, this is very Chariot card. This is very much so like choosing to allow that energy to, I'm hearing Pandora's box, interesting, but allow that energy to kind of blossom out and be open for new growth and new change and new experiences to come in. This is a very transformative energy. The King of Swords is, really about harnessing your thoughts, your directive, choosing it for empowerment. These little cherubs on here are also really sticking out to me as well, and the cherubim are kind of the protectors of the connection to God or higher source. Again, that childlike innocence as well is coming back out, so healing the inner child within you. Another theme that just keeps coming through. Not forgetting to just have playful moments in life, not taking things so seriously all the time. We get so caught up in the monotony of everything that, you just gotta take those pauses. The Last Judgment. Ooh. Spirit of Primal Fire. Wow. Okay. So we're going to close out with this one. But, yeah. The Judgment. Judgment is striking down, but I feel like this is coming from your spiritual team. It's like they have swiftly had to change action in your life for a reason. So don't fight that. That magician energy, that ancestor energy, that sort of grandfather energy came and struck down this judgment on people, places, and things in your life that no longer served you. This is the rebirth. This is what happens when you change, your perspective of things, when you are choosing to allow the death of the old to happen in an organic way and invite the new. Invite the primal fire, the regeneration, the inspiration to ignite the flame of growth and, just this sort of ascension. There's a, excuse me, throat chakra. For some of you, this voice thing has really just been coming up like crazy. But for some of you, clear your voice, clear your truth, express yourself from your highest source, express yourself from your authentic self. But back to this one. This Ascension card, this angel here is like you are divinely protected by all of your spiritual team, by your higher realms. I'm hearing Gabriel and his horn. Interesting. That was a very specific message for some of you. Perhaps Gabriel, the name Gabriel, might be resonant. I'm also getting like the contrast of dark and light, knowing that the shadow and doing the shadow work is here to help illuminate your light and here to help your light grow. So I know that shadow work it's been very prevalent lately for a lot of people, but again, you can choose to either alchemize your wounds and that shadow work and that introspection as wisdom, as knowledge, as compassionate gain, or you can allow it to be a catalyst for your demise. The choice is yours. But shadow does not exist without light, and light does not exist without shadow. So there is a balance between the two that needs to happen. These readings have been all over the place, guys. I don't know what is going on today, but there's just so many different energies that need to come through. If this is resonating for you, comment down below, let me know. Hit that like button and subscribe if you guys aren't already. But let's get a couple of mermaid cards, and then we're going to close this one out. I appreciate your support, guys. Remember, you're all fabulous creators out there. We can curate and create the reality that we want. I'm hearing vision board. For some of you, vision board is going to be really strong for your manifesting. Let's see. Open. Staying open to possibility. This illumination, right? Like she's so clear-minded right here with this sun. And the sun card in traditional tarot is, again, it's like that joyful, childlike energy. So connecting back into that inner child, common theme tonight. But openness. Not being a clamshell, not being clammed up or holding or harnessing too tightly on any sort of outcome, belief, limiting self-belief. Allowing yourself to be open and vulnerable, to be seen as this beautiful pearl. Pearls are actually created by agitation. It's a single piece of sand gets stuck in the clamshell, and there's a certain secretion that actually happens within the clam that creates this beautiful pearl. So through agitation, through challenge, beauty can be, birthed through that. So again, it goes back to how are you choosing to alchemize the challenges within your life? Choice is yours, but remain open to this change. All of those fives that showed up earlier in this reading, remain open to possibility and believe, in the positive outcomes. Have that glass half full perspective. Let's see. Let's get one more. Oop, that just flew out. What did we get? Bloom. Yeah. Yeah, now is the season of blossoming. A lot of you are coming out of that dark night of the soul energy, that shadow work, those challenging energies, and you're in this blossoming energy. You're in this rebirth. You're in that post-judgment phase. So you are in a space of blooming, and other people are seeing that. That energy is contagious. So the more that you harness that growth, that compassion, that wisdom, that beauty within yourself, the more the people around you begin to also kind of raise to that frequency. And the ones who don't aren't meant to be in your tribe, and that's okay. That goes back to that judgment card where certain people, places, things were being removed from your life for a reason. So you could be in this full harnessed blossoming energy. All right, we're going to do one more, and then I'm closing this out. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. Let's see, we're doing one last one. Ooh, all right. What did we get? Abundance. Hell yeah. I'll take that as a closing card. I mean, I'm about that abundance. It's like she's taken that King of Swords energy or that Ace of Swords energy, and she's struck it down like, I am clear on my thoughts, I am clear on my direction, I am clear on my choices. But they no longer, those limiting self-beliefs or those contrasting energies of not feeling like enough, basically. You're choosing to set that down and be in this abundant, blossoming energy. Be in this space of the bounty to harness whatever it is that you, excuse me, choose to call on. Some of you really need to clear your throat, speak your truth. No longer holding back. Speaking from a place of growth. All right, guys. Well, that is going to close out this reading. I appreciate you being here. Again, if you haven't already and you feel inclined, if this resonated, let me know down in the comments. Please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and I want to keep building this community of beautiful creators. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks. Bye. You're welcome, Ariana.